everybody, it's Girl Got Game and
Maximus.
Heck of a guitar riff to start this.
Oh yes, it's these guys.
Yeah.
Our favorite characters.
Yeah. We love them all so much.
Yes.
Hello, the FMX, how are you doing? So we are continuing our investigation today, and we got nothing so far, so we're off to a good start.
Yes, we have nothing at all. The blood!
The
blood is not where the blood should be. What does that mean?
What does it mean? What does the rope mean? What does the plushie with the blood in it mean? And Catherine, Mel, and Zachary. Hello. Good to see you guys. And Game Dan as well.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome.
I'm doing okay. I've got a bit of a sinus headache again because apparently fall allergies are now a thing for me, but I digress.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm doing alright. I mean, a bit out of it, but I'm okay.
But you're here.
Yes.
Our investigative abilities may vary today, but we'll see. Should we start with talking to people?
I guess we talk to them first before we start clicking on anything.
Yeah. Yeah, bleh with the allergies, definitely. It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikon's.
Hey!
But it looks like the time doesn't matter this time. It matters.
It was clearly written in the Monokuma file that the estimated time of death is noon sharp.
But we all split up before noon to search for the bombs, which means no one has an alibi.
Yeah, so does this mean that split up referring to everyone going to the other islands?
Yes.
Or is this referring... But shouldn't that mean... Didn't you say last time that the fireworks went off at noon?
Yeah, so we're trying to...
And so everybody was at the plushie factory at that point.
Exactly.
But it seemed like they're trying to make it out like... No, noon happened before everybody got to the plushie factory.
I think what it is that, like, all of this had to be set up, right?
The fire.
Yeah, like the fire, like the oil lighter had to be set up, like he had to be tied up, he had to be stabbed, like all of that had to have happened.
But, I mean, Nagito was already in the place too, right?
Exactly.
Like, he was waiting for people, so it makes me think that maybe he set that kind of stuff up.
Yeah, that's how I feel as well, but I'm like, does that mean he killed himself then?
Yeah, I mean, that would mean that he would have just killed himself then.
Right, so I'm like, but then...
Yeah, because you need that much time. It's not like you knew ahead of time that he was going to be going to that location, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he told everybody in the morning.
Right.
And he never told them where he was going to be, only in the recording after the fake bomb went off.
Right, not to mention you have to gamble that no one is going to look in this place.
Yeah, when they search around first.
Although there was the curtain, so if he was behind the curtain, someone may not have gone and looked behind it, and he would have been able to set up.
Oh, he would have been able to hide there. Yeah, if they're not thorough in actually looking. Yeah, thorough.
Yes.
In looking all over.
Yeah.
Making sure they look at every corner.
Although, at what point does he set up the stands to fall over? Because, you know, if someone opens the door, it'll set off the fire prematurely.
Yes, I'm sure he didn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
It seems like the fire thing was set up by the killer.
But then...
Because if it was him, then how would he have wanted people to come to him after the fake bomb went off, so he could tell them who the traitor was? But
was it just to lure them to where his body was going to be, so they'd be like... who killed Nagito? But it's like, I killed myself, and you won't figure it out.
It wouldn't really be an exciting trial.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, Zachary makes a good point. Like, is it a gamble if you're the ultimate lucky student?
So that nobody goes into
Yeah,
that
you can use your luck.
Sure.
Man,
yeah.
You know, Makoto really didn't lean into his luckiness that much in the first game. He had so much more power than he actually realized.
Yeah, Makoto didn't really lean into it too much. But again, like, with luckiness, does that apply to what other characters do? Is it like, does it affect like the non-living objects? more so.
Well, I guess it would affect.
Does it personally affect other people?
It must, because remember when he did the straw? They did the straw thing? His luck affected everyone else picking the longer straws. So that he got the smallest one.
I suppose so.
So I guess it does work that way?
I mean, Gundam got his long one too. I mean...
Yeah.
You know, it's just that what he grabs would have to be the best out of what's left.
Yeah.
Basically.
Right.
Yeah. What he grabs is what's the best.
Yeah, like he kept the straw. So
yes.
he used his luck so that everybody else picked the longer straws.
I guess, was he the last one to grab the straw?
I think he was holding them.
Oh, he was the one that was holding all the straws. So that means that what they grabbed was the fake ones. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And by the way, hello Viviana and Yuli as well. Hope you have a good sleep, Yuli. Thanks for popping in to say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, so we still gotta figure out this timing thing. Anyway, we'll keep going.
That's the problem.
As we were, after all that being said, that's the problem.
Looks like Sonia is focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I needed to ask her about.
What the hell were you up to, girl?
Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey, Sonia, do you have a minute?
Yes? What is it?
I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse exploded.
Huh?
Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right?
It is all right! It is not a bomb!
Why did you know the bombs were fake?
Hello, Samantha! You're not too late. We got already started on theorizing, so you haven't missed much, honestly. Yeah. How are you doing? Well...
That's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the Central Island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you, and what were you doing during that time?
Asking an actual investigative question. Yeah, I know, pulls out a tape recorder.
Yeah.
This is what you said, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! It cannot be!
Do you suspect me? It is a misunderstanding! I am not the killer! Jesus! Shit! You son of a bitch!
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is a reaction.
Oh, man.
Someone's a little defensive, I'm just saying.
Sonia?
I am sorry!
I was panicking! I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there.
Huh?
Well?
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So, I kept silent the whole time.
Does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
That is...
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found.
And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered?
Please listen!
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs.
How did you find out that the bombs at the military base were fake?
Because I attempted to use one of them. Well, I mean, that's a way.
What?
I see.
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. I mean, that's a reasonable idea. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real, and I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin.
However,
Look at Monome in the corner.
Oh man, what is she doing there?
Like, oh, fireworks.
the bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it, all to hell!
To hell.
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
Okay, I buy it.
I did. As did Monome as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb,
Yeah, she's so secret about it.
which means...
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew out the hotel lobby. That bomb was real and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well. It's true, Game Dandy. She sounds so uncomfortable.
I know.
Like,
I know it's true.
If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is, his reason for doing it.
With this, I have explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. I mean, there's plenty of reason, but...
Yeah.
You're right. I got it.
Thanks for the bullet, girl.
So,
Okay.
she grabbed a bomb before Nagito took any bombs?
Yes. Yeah, because we discovered we were investigating the island before Nagito's bomb went off the first time. So, she tried it on the ruin and discovered, oh, it's not real.
Yeah, I just had assumed that all the bombs that she said had disappeared were actually already taken
Okay, yeah.
before she would have the time to
Right.
actually have.
So she took it
grabbed one of
before
you.
that
Yeah, I
happened.
guess she did it before that.
That's why she
but-
went to investigate, to be like, is it from the same bomb pile I got my bomb from? And then it's
Sure.
like, okay, they're just fireworks.
Alright.
And yeah, Samantha, the flying Kazuichi CG is my favorite.
Yeah.
It's just so funny.
Jeez, you're pathetic.
We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
Thanks for your contribution.
Well, even though I did say I was gonna freaking kill him,
Hey!
there's no way I would have actually done it. I was just upset, you know?
Suspicious.
Looks like this side is completely soaked because of the sprinkler. Even if there was an important clue here, we might not be able to notice it.
But it's better than the warehouse burning to the ground. Good thing we were able to put out the fire.
Hey!
But there was a lot of smoke. It's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing the grenades.
You are right.
I agree. If we did, we would have been caught by the sprinklers and become all wet and soggy. It hasn't even been 15 minutes yet, Monokuma. Miss Sonia's all wet! She's all drenched and soggy! Ha ha!
Hey!
You were thinking that, huh?
Of course not!
Hey, I wasn't thinking that at all!
Say what?
Why are you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking Hajime!
Whoa!
You're screwing with me?
Disgusting.
Oh my, screwing? How lewd!
Hey!
Please don't look at me with such fearful eyes. I only imagined it for a second.
So you did!
Kazuichi, you should probably just keep your mouth shut already.
Lord. Yeah, no, fair, Zachary, fair. 100%.
This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here?
Maybe.
It looks like that weird music was playing from there.
Oh, you mean the...
Yeah, the... Oh.
Yeah.
You know, that music that was blaring when the fire started?
Yeah, you're right.
Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it. That music was playing from that MP3 player.
I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this?
It's an excellent question. Really, Game Dan? We were on the same wavelength. I love it.
How was it playing from this? Was it still on a timer or what?
Yeah, I don't know.
As soon as noon happened, then triggered?
Yes? I don't know. I really don't know the significance
Was it supposed to mask the sound of Nagito or something? But I mean, he
Being
was
like,
already dead at that point, wasn't he? Or did he only die as soon as they opened the door?
Yeah, I don't... It depends when we open the door, right?
Yeah.
Like, did we open it at noon, or... Yeah, I don't know.
Does opening the door cause that thing from the ceiling to fall on Nagito's chest?
Yeah, I really don't know. It's a good question.
There are a bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monokuma's poetry and photos. The sprinklers completely soak them. I can't even turn the pages anymore. Well, it's not like I'm missing much.
Oof.
Well, what about the piles on the bottom?
Yeah,
They should
they're...
be more dry.
It'll be fine.
Ones
We'll
in
save
there?
them.
There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall
They were all neatly stacked.
they should have been neatly put away.
Maybe we're the ones who made this mess?
Huh?
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So, maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is...
It's fine. I'll open it slowly.
No, that's not the problem.
Seriously, it'll be fine!
With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse.
Huh? It's not opening? Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it.
I knew it! It's a trap! Seriously, just stop it, okay?
Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force.
What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protests, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open.
That'll do it.
So she killed Nagito.
What you're saying is Akane killed Nagito.
Yeah.
Could it be? Was that it?
Well,
And there's something else I've been wondering.
hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line.
Yeah. Compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
So,
Isn't this clearly strange?
Strange. That means
It's a clue.
we can speculate this was done intentionally.
It's a truth bullet.
Alright, I pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there were still so many things I don't understand yet.
hold it.
You look worried.
Yeah, I am.
Well,
At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range.
You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door,
And Nagito's condo?
the Zumi Castle, where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room too.
Yes.
If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him.
I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
can you hear me?
Hey, you guys! Isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too?
In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
She's so aggressive.
I see.
I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we had the same idea.
Huh? Is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here.
Can't we ask Usami to guard it? I know she's not very useful, but she could at least be like,
I'm not
somebody
sure.
came here and tried to mess up
Not
stuff.
sure if anybody trusts Usami.
She trusts Usami.
Yeah,
Chiaki,
she
get
does, yeah.
Monome over here.
Akane is like,
Yeah. Or even just leave
She
Akane.
got it?
I mean, Akane's not actually that helpful, so just have her.
She doesn't have an alibi, so I guess they don't want to leave with her.
That's true. That's true. Hey, you're right.
I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So, we need to search for them in other areas. Probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give up completely.
You don't really need to say that.
Hey, hey!
Then it's okay if we leave this place?
It's okay.
It's okay.
There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around.
Wrong. It's like my favorite investigation music we've had so far.
Yes. Yeah, very true.
Well, that's what I mean, but at least she would be like,
Somebody came in here and then they kicked me and then they messed up stuff.
like, thanks, that was very helpful. Okay, so Sonia's here. Just Sonia. What have you discovered, girl?
My,
I have never seen so many Monokumas in my life.
Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into.
however...
While I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
Well?
The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here.
Huh?
Do you have a minute?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism!
All right!
Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it.
Hold on. If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly messed with it?
Easy as pie!
Either way, it is all gravy.
All gravy? What the hell does that mean?
Enough already!
Stop! There's no bomb!
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you'll feel is the soft weight of cotton. I mean, you had a bomb in you in the first
Yeah.
I see, I see.
So she just like, whoop.
Yeah.
You are right.
However...
Then, where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
who knows?
I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
Please wait.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No.
No. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew! I feel relieved.
If the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then he brought it from the Octagon.
I am so proud that Hajime came up with that like right away.
Octagon.
Is that
He
a-
actually went back into the funhouse?
Yeah.
He managed to get out of there?
So how did he get back?
He get back in there.
It's a good question.
Because we never found an entrance or exit to the funhouse.
Right. There's just a room leading to it from his room now. Because, like, since you got there, you can just go through this trap door and they'll take you straight
Like,
to
not
the
even,
funhouse.
we weren't even allowed to go back into the funhouse.
I know. It's so funny.
He was like saying, no, let's not go in there again.
Before they left the funhouse, Nagito just kept a bomb for emergencies on him.
Yeah, I know, right before he left, he just took one with him. Maybe
Yeah.
that's it.
I'll
Yeah.
just stuff that in my pocket real quick.
Well done.
I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is...
Did I say something I should not have said?
It's not your fault. Don't worry about it.
Ah, Monokuma's account. Okay. Interesting. Laptop.
That reminds me. When we saw Nagito's video message on this laptop,
Is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly?
no, it looks like the video is set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. But why did he have to use a video message? That's the only thing I don't get.
He's already dead.
At the time, Nagito should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. That's right. Besides that video, there might be data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. With that thought in mind, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use. It's locked. There's no way I can examine this. But if it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Apparently the bombs that were stuffed on this truck were actually fireworks. Which reminds me, this truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye.
Okay. I guess we'll go into the break room? Probably.
Clicked on the basket, right?
I don't think so. We're just coming back.
The life-size Monokuma plushies are crammed inside an enormous basket. But it looks like there aren't any clues here.
Okay. The equipment.
That's an enormous machine, but it's stopped for now. Looks like there's nothing related to the incident here.
Okay. Let's go back in.
The break room is on the other side of this door. This is where we obtain the fire grenades. Anything inside? There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue. Not even trash.
Weird. I thought for sure we'd find something in there.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we're gonna go to the military base. I should also check on the pet. Pet? Pet's doing okay. Alright. To the base. Ooh. 95. Awesome.
I'm lucky enough to squeeze this truck through that person-sized door.
Haha,
Yeah.
so lucky.
Yeah.
Doesn't even need skill, just luck. Welcome back, Game Dan. Yeah,
Hey,
how does
welcome back.
Nagito manifest his luck? Does he go, boy, I sure hope I'm lucky enough? I see what you were replying to now, Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you activate your luck exactly? It's a good question. What's the logistics behind this?
True.
Oops. Well, you know what? I'll save since I'm here by accident anyway.
Yeah.
Stop being so despairing. Okay, so soda's here.
Man.
Damn it. This dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening. Hey! Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous! Seriously, they gotta take better care of these! It's easy to say that. There's no one on this island who can do that.
Plus, I don't think the guns actually work anyway.
Yeah.
It's that dreadful helicopter. The one that executed Terra Terra. It doesn't have anything to do with the incident.
Okay.
If the bombs were fake, this might be fake too. But I'm not brave enough to check for myself.
What if that's the most important clue you could have?
Yeah.
A huge supply of guns and other firearms is stuffed into the truck bed.
Whoa!
Ah, found it! What did you find? Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it. But I also found stuff like a survival knife. Wait, that's... Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand? It was Sonia.
It was Sonia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which means the killer obtained that knife here.
All right.
So the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once. That's everyone, though. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here.
That's unfortunate.
That sounds fishy.
Hajime's like, I don't believe you.
I know, right? I never believe I haven't been here before.
I haven't been here.
I tried looking through the truck bed. It's empty. Nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth.
However,
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found.
But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were the real thing. No, never mind. He said as much in his video message.
Nagito cameo.
Yeah.
So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. No, is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions.
Soda, my hair is red. Hajime, sure it is.
Yeah, yes, is he, so is he saying that the bombs, well, there was bombs on that truck the first time he came here?
Yes.
So how come Nagito transferred them over to another truck and then drove it into the plushie factory?
I think because that truck is
Bigger?
open. Isn't the truck in the plushie factory closed, so you can't... Oh, no, maybe not.
Yeah, just wondering why there's like a transfer. Like, I feel like the whole truck should not be there. Like, oh, that's the truck that
Sure.
was used and driven to the plushie factory.
Maybe he just took that and put it on in addition to what was on the other truck, so that it looked like
Okay.
a lot of bombs.
Sure, I guess so. That could work. Yeah.
That's my only guess. How's the pet? So I need to go to the 4th island?
Yeah, we gotta go to Nizumi Castle and we gotta go to Nagito's
Rude.
cabin.
Yeah. Okay. I hope this is the right way.
I don't know the significance of us going to Uzami's home.
I
She said
don't-
she was missing something in there, right?
Yeah, but...
Does that have anything to do with this trial? I don't...
Yeah, she said she's missing her treasure box.
Yeah. What's the significance of the
Maybe
treasure?
we'll find her treasure box in Nagito's room?
Nagito's room? Maybe? Yeah. Could be the case.
Are you number 4? Nope, I went
No,
the
you
wrong
went,
way.
you went the wrong way again.
Ah, I'll never get my directions correct.
You're saying east.
Well, that was just to finish off,
Oh.
particularly at least.
Oh, at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're not going back to north, south, east, and west again. That is behind me. We're never bringing up compass directions again. Suspicious of you, snake. You're gonna poop when I'm not looking, and then you're gonna be like 10 to spare, dead. Oh, east? I thought you said west. Waste? Good times. A instant classic. Okay, the snake is gonna start changing soon. And then I can stop checking on it.
So we don't know the time span. Basically, somebody follow Nagito into the where the plushie factory is. They did not go to the island. They did not go there. They waited for him to leave and followed him into that.
Okay, sure, Game Dan. That sounds great.
That storeroom.
5 more steps. I think it's this way. Oh. Are you changing? Oh, you're spitting out an egg. I forgot you're already cocooned yourself. Thanks for the new egg. It wants to give you a present. Thank you. Goodbye. And there you go. Just like that. I don't know. I'm still like mighty suspicious that Nagito killed himself somehow.
I think there's enough time where everyone's searching the island for somebody to follow Nagito, capture him, interrogate him, and set up a trap to get him killed.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I'm just like...
It's just anybody at that point then. But we know that the ones we came to go get was Chiaki and Sonia.
Yeah.
And Chiaki was on the other island, so unless she split, speedrun back, or teleported with some super magic, then she should be like panting like crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
How's it going? Ajay.
Ajay. Alright,
they had to have been doing it basically when we went like back on the mainland. So.
Sure.
Yeah, anyways, yeah. Okay.
Look at that wall of spears. Guess it's obvious where the weapon came from.
Meaning this wall of spears?
A spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. This spear is definitely it, right?
Seems like it.
I see.
Just as I thought. Looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus, it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing.
Zoom.
There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnir. Huh. Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that.
Ha.
But why did the killer use the spear and a knife?
well, yeah.
Yeah, they could have just killed him with a knife, and it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this with this unnecessary cord thing on it would be easy to use. Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. But still, they chose the spear for a reason. What could that reason be? I feel a little tired.
Oh my goodness.
No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel that way.
You know, I could do with a quick nap.
Yeah. I'm feeling this strange feeling that I've never felt before. As if Nagito is trying to make us suffer, even after he's died.
You've never felt like Nagito's trying to make you guys suffer before now?
Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go.
Alright. I just want to check the map real quick before we go to his cottage.
Yep, so they did take one from the castle.
He did take one from the castle, confirmed. Just want to see. Okay, Chiaki's there. I'm curious where Akane went. Oh, she's in the warehouse again?
We never saw her at the warehouse. But that just means she's in the place where Nagito is dead at, isn't it?
Yeah, do you mind if I go and...
Yeah, you can just see her again and see if she has anything new to say.
Okay. I just want to check in with her real quickie, and then we'll go back to the cottage.
Yeah.
Hello, Omega Music Messenger. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Who do you count as the killer in that case? If you set up a trap where somebody activates it that kills another person, does that mean that you're the one that killed them, or is the one that set the trap up in the first place for you to kill them accidentally? Like if Akane opened the door and caused a whole series of events that causes that thing to fall on Nagito, the spear.
Right.
Does that mean it's Akane that killed Nagito, or is it the fact that somebody set up the trap for that?
I guess you could argue that it's the person who set off the trap.
Set up the trap? Oh, set off the trap.
Yeah, set off the trap, yeah. Probably.
That's like a loophole, man.
What happened? Didn't you go to investigate somewhere else?
That's weird.
There's something at the back of my mind.
I don't think we want to know what you're thinking.
I'm feeling unsure about something.
What is it?
You.
Didn't I just say it's at the back of my mind? That's why I can't explain it.
What's that mean?
The sound and the smells when we went inside here. It's just not clear.
She's the type to have something on her mind because of her gut feeling, huh? Akane's gut feeling. Previously, that feeling of hers helped us find a lot of things by accident. It's almost like some kind of feral instinct.
Okay, so she'll probably have something to tell us later. She's gonna sniff around, quite literally, and then we'll figure something out. Okay, let's go to the first island.
Yeah. You've still got 3 more levels, and then we're finished.
I know. Hello, Chibi me. Then we can start running around.
Yeah.
And fast traveling a lot more. Akane, the ultimate wolf girl. Indeed.
Yeah.
And JLG, hello!
Hello there.
How are you doing today? I'm so excited to go to Nagito's room. I can't even explain. Oh.
And
You guys are just hanging out casually? I'm just gonna go by you guys.
yeah, I know, right?
Hajime.
What's this?
Oh my! You wanna go inside Nagito's room too?
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do while she was licking my black eye.
I didn't do that.
Boy, tough crowd.
Then do it! It's sweet because it's made out of black bean paste.
Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
Fine.
I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right?
Now then. Loose.
Valus.
Bye-bye.
See? I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now.
This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Valus. Doing okay, JLG.
Yeah, you alright?
Yep, just a bit of sinus allergies, but otherwise okay. Glad that you got some good news. That is awesome. Congratulations.
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized.
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, and Zachary said we might want to finish maxing our levels sooner rather than later. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
What happens if we finish this? Are we gonna...
Whoa! It's a treasure!
So, Nagito was living here.
Usami really wasn't
Yeah, he
kidding
took-
about that.
Yeah, he did take the treasure.
What was he thinking inside this room?
Thoughts of hope.
What was he feeling as he spent his days in here?
Hope.
I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us.
I don't think he actually think any of you were worth it anymore.
In the end, it's like,
yeah, he just wanted to find the traitor.
No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him?
Information.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well.
So, like, should we be, like, getting level 100 now? Because if we finish this, or will they allow us to, like, go to the trial?
Yeah, I don't know, honestly.
Walk to, like, the trial place.
Usually we walk there.
No.
We got our last one.
That was the last one,
Okay.
And should we get as many gifts as we can, or should we just do that at the end game?
I think we should do that at the end game. I know, I was thinking that too, Zachary. Like, Hajime, you good?
It's the bed that comes with the cottages. It looks like just the one in my room, but
Hey.
So Zachary says once you start the trial, you don't have much opportunity after. Okay. So as long as we don't start the trial before we max out, we should be good.
Maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's a usual place for hiding things.
yeah, like porn.
Why would that come to his mind?
Why is that the first thing you think of? And how are you getting that on this island anyway?
Well, we should just check just in case. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and
It was porn.
there's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. Looks like something inside. What is this?
A gas
gas
mask and gloves.
Why? Why would he have this?
It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base?
Gas mask and rubber gloves.
Nice, Zachary. Nice. I see your reference.
He was hiding these under his bed. What did Nagito use this stuff for?
Okay.
Hajime.
Was there anything else under the bed?
Let's see. I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag and... There's a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminum?
A round, thin piece of aluminum, huh? It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise.
I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
But why hide it under the bed then?
Wait. Time out.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, wait.
And you know what? Fair point, FMX. Fair point.
Who knows?
Might be too soon to decide that.
Can't be just trash if it's a
Piece
truth
of
bullet.
paper.
It's a paper. Look out the window.
Basic layout is just like my cottage. There's nothing about this window that really catches my eye.
Catches me eye.
Catches me eye.
Arr, he turned into a pirate.
There's the refrigerator.
Huh?
Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from.
Nagito probably supplied it himself.
Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks?
As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. There really isn't much inside.
Monokuma's special poison for poisoning use only.
Poison.
And it has to be refrigerated. Okay.
How did he get that?
I think that was in the Octagon as well.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that was in
I
there.
remember seeing poison in there.
The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle.
For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stocked very much. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right?
Really? It looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe?
Oh no, the reference to the protein powder.
Oh, yes. Protein.
It was poison protein powder! Oh no. I know, Zachary, that's what I was picturing too. It's just Nagito humming away like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, carrying
Yes.
this fridge all the way
Yeah,
back here.
exactly.
I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death? Hey, this is
Could it be?
Yeah, looks like it's poison.
poison?
Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it.
Stop it. If you worry like that, I'm going to get nervous. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its
Volatility.
volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Okay.
In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes, and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container, away from sunlight.
Okay. Just a quick segue. Hold on a second, guys. I just want to look at what hydrolysis is because I can't remember the definition for that.
The chemical breakdown of a compound due to a reaction with water.
Okay.
So
Okay. So water like
from, like,
neutralizes.
sprinklers?
Yeah.
Like sprinklers could have made it into like what, a gaseous state? Is that the idea?
I think it's more the fire turned it into a gaseous state and the water neutralized it.
Okay.
Because it needs to be kept cold, but when it's exposed to light or heat, it turns into a gas. But then
Sure.
once exposed to water, it then neutralizes it. So
Once exposed to water, then it neutralizes the
yeah.
poison. Okay.
This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure.
But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well,
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel, too.
Apply to the bomb.
see?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items.
The octagon inside the funhouse. This poison. He must have brought it with him from there too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial.
He thought that far ahead. He was already like,
He was already
I'm
planning.
preparing for the next trial.
Yes.
He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial?
And this refrigerator, too. Jeez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle?
Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey.
Right, Zachary? I'm like, where did he put the whole fridge? I know he's lucky, but he ain't that
You
lucky.
know, fridge on it.
Also, he already blew out the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about this poison?
Huh?
See?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet?
Another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island.
Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died?
Yes, Hajime, I am. How did you know? Only through despair can you build hope and so forth, you know?
Yep.
Okay.
Well then.
Bookshelf?
There's a lot of books arranged here. Did Nagito bring these from the library? In addition to books, there are a bunch of random crap stuffed onto the shelf.
Random crap.
It might take us a lot of time for us to go through.
My goodness, I misread that 5 ways to Sunday. Let's try that again.
understand.
I just like transferred words all over the place. Ahem.
It might take a lot of time for us to thoroughly go through that stuff.
Hey.
Let's just leave it for later.
Yeah, I agree.
Thorough.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to Chiaki and then
Yes.
do the treasure box.
Our time for investigating is winding down.
So,
The bookshelf might take some time to investigate, so we should try examining some other areas first.
I know, Zachary. I need to thoroughly read the sentence. You are correct.
A fancy-looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Ah, could this be...
Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink light.
perhaps...
That treasure box.
Chiaki, you know about this?
Stare.
Yep,
It's really cute.
Oh, she was just reacting.
Nice. Come
Yeah.
it over. Good job, girl. Good job.
Yeah.
This looks like Monome's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monome was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Now there's an idea.
hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous.
It's pink and sparkly. How dangerous can it be? Oh, that's where the bombs were.
Blows up the whole island. Blows up the whole
Yeah.
island. Yeah.
Yeah. That actually would be amazing.
Yeah.
And by the way, welcome back, Catherine.
It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagito probably wouldn't have stolen it from Monome in the first place. I turned back toward the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook.
Usami General Purpose Notebook.
Grade, class, number, name.
This is it? Why is there a notebook inside this treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings, as if they were drawn by children, and entries that looked like chicken scratch.
Byakuya. So cool. Byakuya became the something. Everyone's tired.
But things happened.
Bad guy.
I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today.
Huh.
Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up, and things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this? A diary?
Yeah.
Looks like it. Did Monome write these?
Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5. Page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge.
You can say that again.
Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen?
Oh, it's nothing.
Stop it!
Hey, stop! Don't look at my notebook!
Now you find it.
Yeah.
Whoa! From out of nowhere, Monome suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
Slap.
I won't forgive you.
Phew! I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. If I had come any later, you would have seen the inside of the notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little too late.
Huh?
But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief?
No!
Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student!
Hey.
That notebook. It's pretty much your diary, right? The diary? It seems that way.
Ta-da!
That's right! This is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written.
Hey!
Hey, you're a liar!
Ooh,
You always show up out of nowhere.
Why you?
Monome! It's not good to lie, you know.
Lie?
There's no way you wrote in that notebook.
Yaha!
After all, Monome can't even write.
Huh?
What are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong.
No, you can't. Because you have no fingers on your hands.
Phew.
See? Bullseye. I know, because I'm the same way too.
What?
Huh? Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey!
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister.
It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second.
Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? He said you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? If so, who wrote in it?
Well, it's, how should I put it?
Bye-bye!
Excuse me!
Hold on! Damn it, she totally ran away again.
Yep.
The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her.
But still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually,
So she didn't write in it.
She didn't write any of this, so somebody else wrote in the notebook then, but it's in Monome's house. So it's somebody connected to Monome then?
The traitor?
The traitor that's allied with Monome.
Chiaki?
I guess it would be Chiaki. I mean, you've always been saying it was she
I
was the
know.
traitor to begin with.
Yeah.
So she would have been the one that would be writing in that notebook. But the way she's writing it is like very different from how she acts in reality.
Yeah, it's like very childish, but
Yeah.
huh.
it might be better that I didn't ask her.
Interesting. Definitely interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Chiaki writes in that notebook. She's not gonna say that she does.
Yeah.
Because that kind of exposed her as the traitor.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Since it's structured just like my room, the shower room is over here. Looks like there aren't any clues here.
Okay, is there anything else?
Click on the chest again. Still here.
Yeah.
Fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. Apparently it was stolen from Monome's house. If this is here, that means Nagito was the one who stole this from Monome. But why would Nagito steal this? Did he want the notebook that was inside? But Monome didn't write in that notebook. So who did? No, that notebook doesn't matter right now.
So Nagito should know then that it was Chiaki then if he found the notebook.
Well, I mean, there's nothing to...
Really reveal the fact that it wasn't Monome that wrote in the notebook.
I mean, he might have figured out that it wasn't Monome writing in the notebook.
He thinks Monome was aligned with the traitor, so he actually went into her house.
I guess to find clues about who the traitor
Yeah, I
could
guess
be.
so. So he found that box, and so then he read the note. But there's nothing in there specifically that would state that he would know that she would be the one that would have woken. Well,
Oh, you know why? I just realized.
one of the entries.
Yeah,
The one about the funhouse.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, go.
because he said Hajime went into the final death. He was trying to get into the final death.
And
Which, yeah, and Chiaki was the one that stopped us from going into the final death.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
that's the key part. And so he was like,
And Nagito already knew that Monome would already have been in the death room by that point, right?
I think, yeah, because he found her in there, so he
Yeah,
had
he
gone.
said she'd been in there for a couple of days, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't correlate.
Yeah, it
that
wouldn't
he
be-
would have seen.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been Monome's entry. It would have had to have been somebody else's.
Yes.
That's clever. Okay, I like that.
So he found out then already who it was.
The genres and the types of items are all so random. I can't make any sense out of them whatsoever.
Is it time to look now?
Well,
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart.
Do they now?
I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this.
So, what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles.
That doesn't mean we should ignore it, though.
yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime.
Wait, what?
It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things. You know, there might be private stuff here.
Well, that might be true, but
See?
So, I'll leave the shelf to you.
I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it.
He says out loud.
I sighed and walked toward the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one.
Yeah, I don't think Nagito knew beforehand that Hajime tried to go into
Yeah.
the death. But if he read the diary entry, then he would know.
But even as I examined them carefully, there was still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here.
Be thorough. See?
Huh?
Yeah.
Finally.
Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma.
Oh no, wait.
That's
it's
gotta
supposed
be-
It's supposed to be a Nagito.
It should be Nagito.
Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one. That seal. Indeed. It's the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy.
Does that have information about our stolen memories?
Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information.
Lies.
Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies too. I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this really has only my information, then why is this file so thick?
Right?
Yep.
As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me.
Shocking.
What?
Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and Sonia. And everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie.
Yeah.
I can't believe I fell for such a strange lie.
Yeah.
So that means the rest of it might be a lie too? I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height and weight, and so forth. But there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words, reserve course student. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie?
Damn it.
Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Because you're the
Hey,
ultimate
hey.
reserve force student.
Hajime, did something happen?
Well, I just found a strange file.
Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there.
It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone?
Everyone.
Everyone is here.
Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us.
Can I take a look at that file?
Chiaki leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
And it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Hold on.
Huh?
What happened?
I just noticed it right now, but
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, like, his?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togami.
Oh, it's not in there.
Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
Hello?
No way!
So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps, based on that, you think he might be the traitor?
no, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious.
The music changes.
He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious.
It is suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life,
Too bad.
it's totally wrong. There's a completely different reason.
A different reason?
You're getting all riled up.
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. That Byakuya?
That Byakuya.
You mean there's a that Byakuya and a this Byakuya? The two Byakuyas? What? Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation.
What do you mean?
What the heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right?
Huh?
We should start a tally for that Byakuya.
My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names.
Ultimate imposter. Special ability?
What?
And suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks.
No
What the heck?
picture, no name.
Question mark, just ultimate imposter. That's somebody.
That's all we know
Yeah.
about the person.
So, wait, so that's like a 17th person? So that means like none of us here are this.
I think what he's saying is that the Byakuya we saw was not Byakuya. It was someone being an imposter as Byakuya.
Yeah, as Byakuya.
Which is why, man, he was a freaking good imposter. Like, even being as big as he was, I bought it was Byakuya.
Yeah, he didn't really, you know.
Byakuya Togami and Byakuya Tugami.
Chugami. Yeah.
I love that. That's
oh,
great.
That's great.
What a great
And
name.
So they don't have the profile of the bigger Byakuya in this
No.
book. There's just this blank one here.
Yeah. Because they would have information on Byakuya, but they
Yes.
don't... Huh.
Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile.
Byakuya, you're the imposter. Vent him out the airlock.
Yes.
Yep.
On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter.
How does he fit in the vents? Good question. That's Byakuya's true identity.
True identity?
He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami.
A fake?
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent! Though I'm not jealous of that at all.
That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami.
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
so cool!
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. I mean, he fooled me.
Then he was lying to us the whole time.
But still,
I know, never having a real name. You're just like taking on other people's personalities all the time. That is crazy. I was thinking that too, FMX. I'm like, his gender is unknown. I'm like,
But he couldn't help it.
What? Why couldn't he help it?
oh,
'Cause that was his talent.
Huh?
Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent. Regardless of whether you want that life or not.
in that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating.
What the hell?
Anyway,
I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
that's right!
So I'll tell you straight up. This revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth.
Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time?
I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others, and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell.
Based on the context, if I had to guess,
No!
maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the Ultimate Imposter already.
Yeah, true. I mean,
Yeah.
Rockstar.
That's true. Leon was working against his talent
Yeah.
by trying to become a rock star. But he kind of went back to wanting to go to baseball again.
Yeah, he always gravitated back to it near the end of his character
Yeah, so...
study.
So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss.
Jeez! The Future Foundation sure is awful! There's no way you should ignore Monome or the traitor! Nudge, nudge, wink, wink!
Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Of course.
Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey,
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. Right, because he mentioned
Yeah,
that.
there's someone extra here that shouldn't be here.
Yeah. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy. Not a student.
Not a student.
You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
correct.
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right?
Well, probably. I guess that's why he got this from Monokuma. He had to go
Yes.
to Usami to get another piece of information.
Yes.
It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are
Yeah,
you
made it a
sure
clue.
about this?
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Already.
Time's up? Wait,
I'm not prepared.
Bye-bye.
Excuse me for a moment. Hit the button.
Ah!
that chime just now.
Him.
What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
The last class trial. He said that, right? He said last class trial.
Oh, that's true. He did say that.
Yeah, it's the last one they need.
Because
be
then
done.
after that, the bomb goes off or whatever.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
supposed to recreate somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I heard
ultimate
it
despair.
too. He really did say it was the last class trial.
What do you think? Should we believe him?
Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right?
Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still,
But I can't imagine that it's the real end.
Huh?
I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that.
His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe, after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once?
well,
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first.
You're right. A class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed.
I love that line. That's the best one.
Yep, that's
Out
it.
of the whole game.
Mwah. Fred,
We're pretty
that's so
screwed.
good. Chef's kiss.
Just swear like Sonia.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. It's true, it's true.
I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
but still,
Well, you don't have to worry so much.
Huh?
right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know?
You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine.
Sure.
Yeah, yes. So we should probably walk around and get to level 100.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm just
definitely-
gonna use the washroom. Be right back.
Okay, I'll save and I'll start walking while you're doing that. Oh boy. Yeah, I've never felt the "we're screwed" line more in my body than right now. Actually, just out of curiosity, is everyone on the map where they're supposed to be? It looks like it. Okay. Great, grand, excellent. You love to see it. Ay, ay, ay. We really didn't get that many truth bullets, I don't feel like. I'll be curious when we actually go through them before the trial, but I feel like there's less evidence this time around, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm blown away that Byakuya was not Byakuya. That was well played. That was very well played. Like in the beginning, I'm like, this can't be Byakuya, but man, he fooled me. He got me real good. It's time for the unbeaten streak. Who killed Nagito? I just don't know. Like, my gut tells me it's Nagito who killed Nagito, but I don't really have any definitive proof. I don't have a motive. I don't have an explanation. Hey, capped out. We did it. We broke through level 99. Is that it? Are we done? Are we free? So much celebratory poop. Oh, really, Samantha? That's too bad. I think we're actually free. I don't think it's going up anymore. I think we can run forever. Yes. Dun da 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 dun da 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 da. You love to see it. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you. You love to see it. Yeah, I need to go through all of our stuff and try to come up with some reasoning behind it, because it doesn't make sense. I need a motive. I need some reason. I need some sense of time. I know, freedom for running. So nice. Yeah, that blew me and Max's mind. I think we're still gonna be, like, focused on that, not just, like, distract us from everything else going on. I mean, I can kind of see the order of things that led to the fire and stuff. I know, Zachary, I know. I will choose, I promise. So we leveled up. We only had to walk, like, a little bit more, and then that was it.
Okay, sure.
I'm just gonna use the washroom too. So Zachary wants us to make a decision.
Alright. Yeah, don't know if the toilet's messed up or not. I don't know. Yeah, just so you know,
Okay.
the handle might be.
It's a little tight right now. Doug did some work on it. You
Okay.
just have to like push down on it.
Yeah, I did press it.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep an eye out if it's like constantly running. I don't know.
Yeah, it's running longer now than it used to.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, that's
Sure.
alright. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we gotta choose on who killed Nagito. Well, yeah, if I had to narrow it down, it's obvious Nagito already found out who the traitor was. Yeah, and he most likely, based on the diary from Monome's house that Nagito went and stole, he would have been able to interpret it as it being Chiaki, as the one that is the one who works for the Future Foundation and is the traitor, all that stuff. So, because he already even said in his recording after he triggered the fake bomb that he had figured out who the traitor is and was going to reveal it to everybody when they come into the other building at the plushie factory. So he figured it out who it was. So does that mean that he had something in mind to stop Chiaki or deal with Chiaki? Maybe. I mean, of course, when we found Chiaki, we had searched our island, and Furihiko told us to come to the plushie factory, and then we went and found Chiaki at the island that she was supposed to be looking for. I mean, of course, she was kind of like not there. She was not there at the time. She was unresponsive for quite a bit of time.
I love that. The bombs.
At the plushie factory.
What bombs? What's the plushie factory? Those bombs. The bombs. At the factory.
So we figured. I will say Sonia does some weird crap.
Yeah, definitely.
Sonia does some really weird crap in this whole section. She's just being very shifty the whole time. Just like not even like stating anything out loud. She's just like, oh guys, these might not be real bombs.
Right.
But I won't tell you until after I fully confirmed it. And the bomb is about to detonate.
I mean, I guess you want to make sure, right? Because you want to err on the side of caution that it is a real bomb, but once you've confirmed it.
Yeah, I mean, she had already confirmed it even beforehand too.
Yeah, I think she just wanted to make sure that they hadn't been moved, like, you know.
Why does she, like, only think of doing it on that day?
Because, like, which part? Like, checking the bombs?
Checking the military base for the bombs.
Because she had seen them before, and she was suspicious that might have been what Nagito moved. So she wanted to confirm that was what it was.
Yeah. She moved. He had already planted bombs, right?
Yeah, but she had seen it before, so she's like, "Is it the ones that I saw at the military base?"
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Okay, they're not in the truck."
She hasn't actually like seen the bombs that Nagito grabbed, though, right? She just knows that when she goes to the military base, the ones that she had grabbed weren't there in the truck anymore.
Yeah, but she deduced that because they weren't anywhere on the military base, that was the ones that
Nagito grabbed.
Yeah.
I just feel like, why does she only do it now on this day? She could have done it the day before.
She could have, but yeah, I don't know why she didn't do it the day before.
Yeah, the day before that. Yeah.
I guess because they were busy trying to get into.
Yeah, because they were spending the whole time looking the whole island over for the bomb, and they couldn't find it.
I think the first day, her and Hajime were trying to get into.
Yes, this is before Nagito did his whole plan with.
I'm talking after.
After that, yeah. Then he said, I planted a bomb in a place that nobody has been to before.
Yeah, so then they figured, okay, it's gotta be
at the Hope's Peak school.
So they were trying to find clues to get into there instead of... Because they were like, okay, the bombs are probably there.
Yeah, they were more focused on finding some code to get.
Yeah, so that's why she wasn't looking for the bombs, because she's like, oh, the bombs are there.
Yes.
And then I think...
They gave up on that pretty quick, and then they were more like, let's just search the rest of the island.
Well, that's because Nagito said he moved them.
But that was this day, right?
Yep.
This day when he died.
Yeah, so the first day, they spent the whole day trying to get into the ruin.
Yes.
And then the second day in the morning, he's like, oh, so he figured out they were there. Well, I moved them now. So now they didn't have to get into the ruin. They had to find where the new place was that the bombs were. So, should we go through the bullets and try to come up with some kind of something?
Yeah, I mean, normally we go to the trial and then we look through the clues before we started. But yeah, if you want to do it now, that's fine too.
Okay, I'm just thinking because it's like the music's quieter here than it is in the trial
in the
place.
trial place. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I have to settle with. Like, I don't understand the whole point of. I guess just to mask the true intentions of it in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because Nagito already knows who the traitor was from the diary book. Like, even in his recording, after he triggered the fake bomb, he had stated that I'm going to reveal to all of you who the traitor is, because he had figured it out.
True.
Yeah, so that means he already figured it out that it was Chiaki.
But he could have been lying.
I don't know.
He could, like, I mean,
It's a weird thing to say.
You could be like, he was lying. It could have been he got some kind of notification that Chiaki was the one that scanned her book first.
Yeah, I mean,
Or...
it was a pre-recorded message, so
yeah,
that means it wasn't happening in real time.
Yeah, I would kind of lean towards the fact that he either figured it out or he was just lying to get everyone to come to the warehouse where he was.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you come find me, then I'll tell you who the traitor was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he did get the notebook and he did read through it, so
yeah.
I feel like you could decipher that it was Chiaki.
I do too. I think he's smart enough to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll go through this. We'll theorize a little bit more, and then I guess we'll go into trial.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the victim is Nagito Kameda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it all says, like, cause of death, but it doesn't actually say what the cause of death is. It's
The
just
estimated
like,
time of death, but they won't say exactly what is the thing that killed him.
yeah, it's not like, most likely it was the spear, or...
Most likely, we'll guess...
Most likely it was poison, or, it doesn't say any of those things.
He was killed by this.
Hello, JJ. Good to see you. How are you doing?
I believe that the spear that stabbed his stomach was the final...
I would assume because of that, it's probably the poison that killed him. If it doesn't explicitly state one of these other... Because it doesn't mention poison in his system.
Yes.
But we know that poison was involved in some capacity.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you want a blood test, then you would kind of find the poison.
For sure.
In his body, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, yeah, all that kind of stuff, yeah. So both of Nagito's legs were tied with rope, and each rope was tied to nearby pillars, which prevented him from moving. His thighs were also covered with a lot of stab wounds.
Okay. The rope that was tied to Nagito's right arm burned off. However, Nagito's right sleeve still looked clean. Yeah. So, like...
I never understood the significance of the sleeve being clean or not clean or whatnot.
So it means, like, the fire... Like, the rope must have been burned beforehand to make it look like the fire got that far, but it didn't actually travel that far. So that's, like... So, like, all of his limbs were tied except for one limb.
Yeah.
Ooh, enjoying tacos, JJ. Nice. I love it.
Well, that one is stabbed through with a knife, so...
Yeah, so I'm like, how did he... How... Okay, let's just keep going for now. We're trying to figure out main suspect right now, FMX. We're just kind of going through all the bullets, and then we'll try to figure something out.
A survival knife that was stabbed into Nagito's right hand. The knife is from the military base. It's safe to assume that the wounds on Nagito's legs and left arm were caused by this knife.
Right. Blood was splattered on the palm of Nagito's left hand. For some reason, the splatter cuts off in the middle of his palm. Also, the back of his left hand has an unnatural blood stain that's only above the middle joints of his fingers. Yeah, that one is weird. That one makes me think he was holding on to the spear, like it was wrapped around. And he was holding on to it. Next.
Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape. However, the blood that splattered onto his face wasn't under the duct tape. The tape itself had a lot of crinkles in it, as if Nagito was desperately moving his mouth underneath it.
Right. Probably from screaming. Right, so there's no blood under the duct tape. They really emphasized that.
Yeah.
So all the wounds inflicted to him happened after he was duct taped.
Yeah, after he was duct taped. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would think normally you would be able to cough up blood into your duct tape.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Being impaled through with the spear.
Yeah, but that would still be like in the mouth area. It wouldn't be like where the duct tape was on his face.
Oh yeah, not on top of. Were they wondering if it was underneath the duct tape or on top of the duct tape?
I think it's just saying like this area.
Yeah, it does not have any blood on it. Yeah, that's why I was saying that. You would think like otherwise you cough up blood through your throat.
Sure.
That it would get on the duct tape then.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, I guess in this instance he didn't cough up blood.
Yeah, which means that most likely he might have already died from the poison.
True.
Which means that's why he wouldn't be coughing up blood.
True.
Because he's no longer functioning.
He was either unconscious or
Yeah.
Good point. That's a good point. The spear impaled through Nagito's stomach. A cord with an iron weight at the end of it extends from the back of the handle. For some reason, only the section where the cord and weight touch is bloody.
Cord and weight touch.
Only the
cord and weight.
Oh, I see. Like the end of it.
Yeah, the end of it's bloody. I mean, it's on the ground. It's where all the blood is.
Sure, yeah.
Plus, it's getting bloody. And
plus, I mean, it was hung above.
It was hung above, so it wasn't handled by anybody.
Yeah, unless he was holding it. And then this thing is really weird.
Yeah. Yeah, a life-size Monokuma plushie that was found on the floor, near the fire's origin point. It has a huge bloody hole in its stomach as if it was stabbed.
Yeah, but there's no blood in a plushie. The other thing is this plushie was closer to the fire than Nagito's sleeve was, and it's not burned.
Yeah,
like,
this was not burned.
There's no fire damage to it either. So the fire definitely didn't get that far. Okay, there's that. A faint red line, pink line was on the ceiling girder inside the goods warehouse where the spear was hanging from.
Yeah, I don't know why that would have blood on it.
Yeah, I'm like, did he...
I don't know.
I guess he got blood all over it when he was hanging it up.
A lot of tipped-over Monokuma panels were scattered around the goods warehouse. In one area, the panels seemed to be laying on top of each other in a straight, orderly line.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that seems fairly...
It's like a domino effect?
Yeah.
Then? Yeah, it's a domino effect that triggered the
fire.
Yeah.
That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Monokuma plushie is the real victim here. Found at the fire's origin point, it looked like this is what caused the fire.
Yeah, so you're saying that was used beforehand to tie a rope onto Nagito and then burn the rope and then stop that and then make it look like fire spread further than it actually did?
Yeah, I think I think it's a misdirection, like to make you think, oh, all his limbs were tied, but one of his arms was still free.
Well, why would the killer want one of his arms to still be free?
I know.
And then have it stabbed through by a knife.
See, the thing that's weird about... I'll just go back for a second. The thing that's weird about all of this is that, like, all his limbs are severely slashed up except for the one arm that is not tied down.
Yes.
So... like, Nagito needed use of that arm for some reason.
I mean, the killer wanted him to still make use of that arm?
Yeah, I'm getting a working theory going here.
The killer wanted him to?
Because my gut tells me Nagito killed himself.
Oh, yeah?
I think this is all Nagito's doing. But I'm coming up with like a small working theory, and we'll see by the end if I've got anything that actually makes sense. Anyway.
An MP3 player that comes with speakers. The music that was blaring throughout the warehouse when Hajime and the others arrived was coming from this.
Good music choices. Sonia secretly used one of the bombs from the military base at the ancient ruins and found out that the bombs were fake.
But she wouldn't tell anybody until it really mattered.
It really mattered. At the time, Monome was apparently peeking at the whole thing.
She couldn't be bothered to go back to the military base to check if the other bombs were gone. Before a day ago or anything, just on the day when the bombs were supposed to go
It's
off.
more exciting that way.
Whoa. Monokuma knew all along that the bombs were fake. However, he apparently never revealed that fact to anyone.
The diary that Monome updated every day. Or did she? According to Monokuma, Monome can't write.
These were hidden at Nagito's cottage under his bed, so he was gonna like... He didn't even bring it though, like he was... If this was gonna be a whole poison gas substance. So does this mean that when he was creating some weapon using the poison gas, he had to be using rubber gloves to protect his skin?
Yeah.
And then a mask to not breathe it in?
Exactly.
That's what he was doing with it.
Yeah. That's what makes sense to me.
Yeah, wow. What did he make it into though? Like, what did he plant?
Well, I think there's something strange about the fire grenades, because they did nothing to the fire. Like, if anything, the fire just intensified once the fire grenades hit it.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to put the fire out.
I guess so, yeah.
So what if he put the poison into the fire grenades, so that when it landed on the fire, it would have turned into a gas?
Yeah.
And only he would have been affected because it's a heavy gas, so it would have been near the floor.
Yes.
So only he would have breathed it in, nobody else would have.
Yeah, even near the floor, yeah.
And then, once the fire got high enough, the sprinklers would turn on, which would neutralize the poison, and you wouldn't even know that there was poison now because the poison's all gone.
Yes.
That's the only thing that kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So then it's just about now explaining why is he tied up with rope? Why does he have a spear on his chest? Why does he have a knife in his hand that's free?
I guess because it makes it look like somebody did it to him and tried to torture information out of him, right?
Yes.
But that doesn't make that's the significance of the duct tape.
Yeah, the duct tape.
Because
he was already dead at that point.
Well, but if he was duct taped before the injuries happened, he can't tell you anything because he's duct taped.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be able to spout anything.
Yeah, so if someone was torturing him for information, they would not have duct taped him until after they got the information
they wanted. Yeah.
But because it's before any of the injuries happened, it can't have been someone trying to get information from him. And that's why he needed one arm free so he could go
okay.
With the knife.
Yeah, with the knife. Yeah.
I don't know how he stabbed his hand backwards.
Yeah, that's the one issue, right? Yeah.
I'm like, how did you do that?
So you're saying he wasn't interrogated then?
I'm saying he wasn't interrogated because the duct tape doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, do you put the duct tape after you finish interrogating him?
For sure, because he can't tell you anything if he's like...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I just don't know why, if it was the one who works for the Future Foundation, what information would they possibly want to get out of him?
Exactly. That doesn't make sense either.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Nah. Yeah, absolutely, Samantha. Like, how? Sure. I mean, that's why he would have to duct tape himself, so it's like...
Does the traitor want to get into Hope's Peak Academy School?
I mean, if the traitor works for the Future Foundation, shouldn't they know Hope's Peak is...
The password into the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know that for sure, but I don't know if they lost their memories or if they still have all their memories. Everybody else lost their memories.
But the traitor is somebody who didn't go to Hope's Peak.
Yes. They did not go to... I mean, that... We've seen everybody's profile in there except for the one that was fake Byakuya.
Yeah, but... what's his name? Monokuma said that there should be only 15 in there, but he created a fake
16th
profile for
16th
16th.
one, ultimate imposter.
So I guess Monokuma also knows who the traitor is now at this point.
Yes, I mean he should be able to.
If he had to create a fake profile for somebody.
Yeah, but that would mean that even the whole book altogether, one profile in there is fake.
Yeah.
Like it's not supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
From the 15 students that remain.
Yeah.
Um,
From the 16.
well, the 16th one was Byakuya, the fake Byakuya.
Yeah, but it sounds like fake Byakuya did actually go to Hope's Peak Academy.
He did?
I think that's what I got.
I think Monokuma made that profile for that one.
Because I think he was saying, like, that's a real profile.
That one is a real one?
I think that's what he said.
Really? I mean, they didn't really do a good job with it. It's just question marks, and...
Yeah, it's like,
he's like,
well, they don't know
I
anything.
made that one.
He doesn't have the ultimate imposter doesn't have an established identity because they're just whoever they want to be.
Yeah.
So they don't have, like, an established age or anything because they just keep changing into different people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the idea of either way, there's a fake profile in there that shouldn't be there.
Yeah. And the way I interpreted Monokuma's words is the traitor wasn't Byakuya, it's one of the other 15.
Okay.
Is a fake one.
Okay.
And it has to be somebody who's still alive now.
Mm-hmm.
So that also limits it even smaller of a pool. So it's one of the... How many is left? 6?
6 of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Six remaining.
So there's Hajime, Chiaki...
Oh, was it 5? No, yeah, 6.
Yeah. Akane, Sonia, Kazuichi, and Fuyuhiko.
Yeah.
So it has to be one of those 6
Yeah.
is the traitor.
Yeah.
I know. How do you scout someone like the imposter for a school?
You scout.
Like,
the
how do you
imposter.
find
How do
them?
you find the imposter? Ultimate imposter.
Yeah. It's such a
Yeah.
good question. Like, how do you find that person?
How does Monokuma know that's his talent either?
I guess he was headmaster at the school for a little bit.
Monokuma?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
You know, in the first game, he was the headmaster. He
Oh,
would have
yeah,
had access to all that information.
I guess so. That was in the database.
You need the ultimate scout to find the
Yeah,
ultimate
yeah.
imposter.
I mean, technically, the one who had access to the database was Junko and Mukuro. They had access to all that information in there. But, I mean, they're not around anymore. They're supposed to be dead. So then who's the other person now who has access to that information?
Yeah. So, I mean...
Because we did see Monokuma comes back alive
Exactly.
at the very end. Which
Exactly.
means there's a third person that came into the school and managed to operate the Monokuma from that room that Junko was in.
Yeah, either that or Monokuma is actually, like, somewhat sentient. And
yeah.
so, you know, he, like, lets himself be controlled by masterminds, but he can act autonomously as well.
Yeah, that could be true, yeah.
Possibly, so he would have all the information.
Yeah, I
still.
mean, obviously he had to plant himself as a virus, if we're thinking this is a program.
Right.
As a virus into this this program that Future Foundation set up, or World Ender set up here.
Yeah.
Which means that it's either just AI robot Monokuma doing it, or there's another person that manages to plant it in there.
Absolutely.
And I guess the virus is just speaking as virus Monokuma. It's not actually... I don't think it's the actual person that planted it in there from the outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess it's not. It's just... It shouldn't be. It's hard to say, really.
It's hard to say, yeah.
I don't know if he's, like, actually communicating
like
through access or not.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if Monokuma here says things that a virus Monokuma wouldn't say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think he does say a few things like that he knows more in the outside than he should on the inside, which means like there's a third person communicating with the people inside the program.
Yeah, that could be. That could be.
Yeah. So anyways, getting back into it.
Yeah.
Nagito.
Slight segue.
He created a poison.
Yeah, so he used
Worked
the
on
poison that he found.
Yes.
In the octagon. Yeah.
And he worked on it using a gas mask and rubber gloves.
Yeah.
To create something out of it. I thought it would involve the Monokuma plushie in some way with a hole in it, but it's hard to say, really.
Yeah, like, I would be more inclined, like, he was handling it with the gloves and pouring it into the fire grenades.
Yes,
And
fire
then-
grenades.
and
Yeah,
then, like,
fire grenades. You
you know,
put them in there, yeah.
And put them like away carefully.
He wanted them to use it for the fire.
Yeah, so that it would shatter, poison's released,
Yeah.
travels to, it's gonna stay low.
Yeah.
So they won't breathe it because they're like up here, the poison's here, but he's here, so he's gonna breathe it.
Yeah, I mean, nobody was really supposed to be in the room. Everybody was outside at that time when the place was burning.
When the place was burning, yeah.
When
So I
they
think,
threw it in there, then that's kind of where he gets poisoned
yeah,
at that point, and then the sprinklers come on and just gets rid of all that poison.
exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's my working theory right now.
Yeah, he's already poisoned then, which means he had already been tied up, stabbed, and everything. It's just only when the door opens. See, that's the confusing part. It's like the domino effect. Does that cause the spirit to fall onto his chest?
I don't think so, because the panels only go up to the curtain where the oil lighter was.
Yeah.
So I think it only sets the fire off.
Yeah. So it's just how does the domino effect triggers the fire to start? So what triggers the spear to fall on his chest? Because then
Yeah.
he would have blood underneath the tape then if he was still alive at that point, because there was still time for them to have to go get the fire grenades to throw it in to cause the poison for him to die from it.
Right.
Yes.
So, in order for the spear to fall after he's been poisoned.
Yeah. Yeah, what would be the extra trigger then for that to happen? Yeah.
What? Oh, let's see. What if that file on the imposter was purposely left out their name? After all, he kept the ultimate soldier's detail. Yeah, that's true. Like, we didn't find Mukuro's file info until the last trial.
Yeah,
as well,
it was,
so-
it was hidden away.
Yeah, that's a good point, Game Dan. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, what if... Because just where the cord is and stuff, and because of the blood pattern on his hand, if he was holding on to the Spear of Gungnir's cord...
Yes. He was holding it with his hand.
Yeah.
That's free.
Yeah.
Even though he had a knife in his hand.
No, not that one. The other one. The other one
Oh, the
that's
other
like
one that's
tied.
tied up.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's one that's got the weird blood
The weird
pattern.
blood pattern, because, yeah, it's grabbing it, yeah.
If he had it like kind of wrapped around that,
Mhm.
if he
dies from the poison, he's gonna let go of it.
Yes.
And then it would fall on
and then
him.
it would fall.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then he wouldn't have the blood splatter through the mouth because he's already passed out.
Yeah, he's already died
Yeah.
and passed out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Okay.
So that would mean ultimately either way it was Nagito that sets it all up, or somebody came in and set that all up for him
Yeah.
to fall that way.
I'm inclined to believe it's Nagito.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Because
a
he
lot...
had to set up the recording too to be like, come to the warehouse after
Yes.
the bomb goes off, you know?
Yeah, like, how would the one who's killing him know all this extra stuff? It's like-
Game Dan said he took a nap
Yeah.
during our speculation.
Yes, yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm
Well,
glad we have
thank you.
soothing voices while we're like, okay, and then it went like this, and then what happened if it went like that?
This and that, and that, and that, and that, this and that, and that,
And done. Yeah. And some of this, and some of these. Yeah.
Yeah.
Break time.
Break time. Yeah, so, maybe he wants them all to get themselves killed or something. I don't know.
What was that? Okay,
He wants everybody to get themselves killed, thinking that somebody killed him when he was just himself killing
He
himself.
did say that. He's like, I'm gonna kill all of you, like basically, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I want to find some way to kill all of you. And we thought, oh well, he's gonna just have them
Have
guess
to
the
choose
wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's all this is. It's like, well, they're not gonna guess it's me because you can't vote. Like, we haven't voted for a dead person in this game yet.
No, not yet at all, no.
And we didn't know we could do that in the first game either. So it was like,
Yeah.
surprising
kinda
when you
that.
could do that with Sakura.
Yeah, Sakura, he's scrolling through them. I mean, we were guessing
Yeah.
because we were able to scroll through the dead ones. It's like, oh, you know what? There's gonna come a point
Where you can choose the
where you
dead
can choose
person.
a dead person. That's
So
it.
maybe this is the same thing. It's like, now you choose the dead person.
Yes. Yes.
It could be. It could be. I don't know. Either that or there's like a very, very smart person here is like, oh, but you didn't consider it was me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, should we finish the bullets, and if we come
Yeah,
up with
fine.
other stuff, we'll
Sure.
we'll keep talking.
Found at Nagito's cottage under his bed. It's a round, thin piece of aluminum paper. Well, how does that play? Does that help make the poison?
Like, it could have been the cover for this.
Oh, it could be.
And he just like, you know.
Peeled it off.
Yeah, it's like, I'm just gonna keep that. Monokuma's special poison. Poison found inside the refrigerator at Nagito's cottage. The warning label on the back of the bottle states, this enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, the liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. So, it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place, in a glass or plastic container. Glass or plastic container, which would be like the fire grenades,
Yes.
away from sunlight.
This file contains the Hope's Peak Academy student profiles for all 16 students participating in the school trip. Due to the fact that Monokuma forged the traitor's profile, looking at this won't help identify who the traitor is.
Yeah. Okay. And then we're back around.
Okay, so he forged the traitor's profile.
Yeah.
So he already knows who the traitor is.
He
It
already
wasn't
knows.
the ultimate imposter. That was already in there.
Yeah.
So you put one in there that wasn't supposed to be in there.
Exactly, just to confuse us.
Yeah.
So he didn't know the entire time, but he has figured it out since before the death room.
Yeah, I mean, you just needed to look through the profiles to then figure out which ones should be there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It shouldn't be that difficult to figure.
It shouldn't be that difficult.
Yeah, because you gotta figure it
SMX
out.
is like, what if the imposter is still alive and he's actually Mukuro Ikusawa, the 16th student?
hiding somewhere in this.
I mean, on one of the islands. Watch out for her.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
I would lose my mind and it would be...
Ultimate despair.
Yeah, the ultimate imposter is the ultimate despair. I just need more water. I'll be right back.
Okay, sure thing. Yeah. Yeah, Yep, still talking. So yeah, so he does two flip things. So either one is he's trying to get everybody killed by killing himself, or the other thing was he identified the traitor as trying to get the traitor to reveal themselves or something like that.
Yeah, but one or the other, for
Yeah,
sure.
it's like two different things going on.
There's like a main motive and a secondary motive.
Yes. Otherwise, someone had to have followed him into that place and then take him down.
Yeah.
And then set up the trap that he never set up. But that
Sure.
they would have to know things
Yeah, exactly.
they shouldn't know.
For it to work.
Yeah, like the poison.
Yeah,
The poison stuff
absolutely.
in the fire canisters.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's strange.
it's strange. Okay, so all that being said, at the risk of talking for much longer, I'm gonna put in my vote for Nagito.
It's like, can anybody take down Nagito? Is this like...
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? It's just,
They try, but he's just...
they have to like attack him from behind and knock
And
him
even
out.
then, he can usually use his luck to get out of it
I
anyway.
know, yeah, usually his luck works for him.
Yeah, so...
So, I mean, his luck would have played a role in preventing his full demise, if anything, but...
Yeah. The poison for poisoning Nagito.
Yeah.
That poison? Yes, that poison!
That
Yeah.
poison...
Okay,
Yeah,
so Zachary, if you're still listening, I put my vote in for Nagito. You can lock me in for Nagito.
Nagito, man, Nagito. Yeah, I just feel, because they added in all this stuff, he already knows who the traitor is, and I feel like it's Chiaki.
Okay.
But he didn't do anything with Chiaki either. It doesn't look like it. It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Weird how it all happened. And then we found Chiaki on the island that she was supposed to be on, but she was kind of unresponsive. So she's acting a little strange.
She is acting a little strange.
So I might just put it in for Chiaki. Right
Okay.
now.
All right, for the sake of variety.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me though.
No,
I just feel like she's the most suspicious one if we were going with a killer.
Okay, yeah. If we're going with an outside force.
Yes.
I mean, because there is so much focus on Chiaki, that would be like my secondary pick.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
But I just, my gut tells me it's Nagito. So,
yeah.
But
like, I do think that one, but yeah, I'm just picking Chiaki just to be.
Okay. Just to be different.
Just to be different.
I like it. I can respect it. There you go,
It doesn't
Zachary.
make sense to me, but it's just they're really like putting a lot of showcase on her.
It's true. She's had the most on her for the game so far. Yeah. I mean, there's some Max. How dare Chiaki is my girl?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's only because of Monome's treasure chest with the notebook.
Sure.
That states something that Monome herself wouldn't know.
Right.
And Nagito would know about that, and he would have figured it out. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
It's just that how this whole thing plays out doesn't make any sense to me.
Do you think Nagito would have used his luck to make Chiaki the killer?
Used his luck to make Chiaki the killer.
Yeah.
Used his luck to make Chiaki the killer.
Like, if...
Yeah.
Let's say, for instance, only one of the fire canisters had poison.
Yes.
What if it's the one Chiaki threw?
Yeah,
Then does that make her the killer?
He's already dead at that point. He's not really dead at that point, but yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Could he do that?
That'd be funny, but yeah, I mean...
I'd like to believe he put it in all the canisters.
It'd be double.
It'd be double, yeah.
Like a double kill.
Yeah.
So I'm killing myself, but I'm gonna make you do the killing.
Yes.
You're killing me.
So I'm gonna get you, but nobody's
Yes.
gonna get it, because...
Yes, exactly.
I can kind of get behind that. That'd be really funny. Okay. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can get part of the trial done today.
Nobody else is really suspicious at all.
No, I mean, Sonia is the next suspicious,
Yes.
but I don't really
Damn
think it's
right.
her.
They went through the trouble of really trying to state the reasons for what she was doing.
Yeah, so...
Even if it was kind of dumb for her to be doing it that way, it's that kind of
It's like convenient for the plot.
convenient for the plot. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
This isn't like they made sure right away they get this covered. It's not something that's like, let's wait for the trial
Right.
and then have everybody suspect that it was maybe her because, wait, what were you doing over there?
Yeah.
And like, well, then then you have to argue about why
Yeah.
that was, and then everybody has to believe it wasn't her, you know?
Right.
Like, it's just immediately, even before the trial,
Yeah.
they're like full on, did you do this?
Yes.
Did you do that? And it's like, no, okay, I believe you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, it wasn't her.
Yeah. We've established this before the trial even began. It's not her.
Yes. Fuyuhiko, why did you not check that room beforehand? Are you
I was
the one
panicking.
that killed Nagito?
Yeah.
They could pull that too.
Because he was right there, so...
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, yeah, like Sonia's the next suspicious, and then Fuyuhiko's the next suspicious after. So does, ironically, the least suspicious out of everybody.
It was the same problem with Fuyuhiko when he was going one way,
Yeah.
and we were going
Yeah.
the other way, and he's like, you would have ran into Mikon in that theater.
Sure. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you looked at the theater.
Yeah.
You would have found it, but you didn't go there.
I'm
You
so
just
sad
skipped
that
it.
didn't play into it. I thought
know.
for sure the map was going to come into play, and it's
The
like,
map, yeah.
no, we're not going to talk about that.
Fuyuhiko, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You're blind.
I'm not blind, I just have an eye patch.
Yeah, okay. Oh man, okay.
Alright,
Looks
alright.
like everyone's here.
Huh?
Is that it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it! You're making me depressed.
You're making me depressed!
So, it is going to happen again. The cruel conflict.
where we must doubt our friends.
But once we're through with this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
I'm glad Fuyuhiko's got his head on straight.
Yeah.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
That's exactly why we can't believe it, Soda.
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive.
Boo.
If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial,
That's right.
I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what. Even if I have to pull out all the stops.
You're gonna make me fight you again, aren't you?
Yeah.
You.
Oh, what the fuck? Why are you here?
She's determined.
You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island. Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse.
Stop trying to jinx us!
I'll pick you up!
Damn right! Stupid rabbit should just shut up!
Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair.
Huh?
I have finally realized, after losing my powers, I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight!
Huh?
What's her deal?
I do not really know, but she seems different from before.
Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes. She looked so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if he started talking during the trial.
Aww. Fine.
But still,
Somehow, I understand what Monome is saying. I think.
Anyway, let's get going. To the last class trial.
yep.
You're right. We need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end.
Thanks for waiting till we were done talking.
Yeah. Oh, did you get to level 100?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Well, 99's the max.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's strange, okay.
This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself, over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock.
Turns off Minimaru. A body has been discovered.
Oh, man.
Rest in peace, Minimaru. We're all just crowded around here, eh?
This elevator ride. This will be the last time for this too, right?
Maybe.
I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that.
Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, when he wasn't trying to throw a wrench in it.
Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him.
That is true.
But even if he's gone, the ones who've survived need to stand and fight. We must fight.
What's it gonna look like?
And then the door slowly opened. This bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? or the light of despair.
Ah, it matches the island.
Yes.
Well now.
Well then, now that chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Enough! Just fucking start this already!
Hey!
This is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
It sure is. So, you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
All right!
Didn't I tell you? He said it! This is the end!
I'm Monome in this moment.
Now then.
Let's get this trial started.
Viva killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other.
This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komeda, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable,
And then that happened.
but his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair, just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up.
Best character.
But there were also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it. But there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair.
Only one in this one.
That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun.
Yes, I would love to save right now.
Yay!
Let's go.
Any skills to set?
Uh,
I don't know. Okay, I better read
yeah.
this.
The trickster Nagito was brutally murdered. His unpredictable death has left a looming shadow of mystery in the hearts of Hajime and the others. Who is the traitor? What was the clue Nagito left? Will they be able to see the light within the darkness between hope and despair?
The
Light in the dark. Alright, let's see what Usami has.
What do we have? We have 7 we can equip.
Okay, we can increase the influence gauge. Increase the focus gauge. Increase the time limit. Influence gauge recovery. Let's see. No. Decreases delay between firing truth bullets. Focus gauge decreases at a slower rate during concentration and fever time. Hajime reads about Hajime and his friends. I mean, Hajime would read about himself in the third person. Influence gauge recovers over time during concentration and fever time. That might be useful. Increases bullet capacity. Ooh, I like that one. Easier to shift mood to your favor. Ooh, during the rebuttal showdown. That's a nice one too. Okay, I already have Fine Sword. Increases. I don't need more speed in the logic dive. Turning power would be nice. Slightly increases the influence gauge. Okay, I think I'm back around.
Skills on it?
I think we're back around. Okay, I'm torn between. Where is it now? Vocabulary and mood maker. Which one do you think is more necessary? I don't do too badly with the
bullet one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess you would want more the rebuttal showdown?
Yeah, because I struggled last time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Okay, need to equip mood maker.
Go back out here, set skills.
Okay.
We can equip many skills right now.
I know we have so many skill points.
Yeah, just not enough to buy things.
Okay, I think that's gonna do it.
No other skills you can set, right?
Yeah, I've equipped everything I can possibly equip.
Alrighty. Well,
Alright.
I mean, we won't be able to spend too long in this trial.
No, we'll see
The
how.
investigation went pretty long, a lot longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, we'll see how far. It seems like we're able to save pretty much any time though.
Sure.
So should be okay. All rise.
It's gonna be a long
Now then,
trial.
let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Hey,
Right
Monome's not tied up for once.
Yeah, she's just standing there now.
Hey, good job, Monome.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
I don't know what you mean, Zachary. That's all part of the investigation.
I'll
Yeah.
punish everyone
Yeah.
besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh my, Monome? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto!
He just punches.
Wow. Didn't even say anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Aww.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one?
Ora, ora,
This
ora.
will be my final blow! It's useless.
This is the real way you handle Monokuma. Just don't react to anything he does.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monome.
Finally.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monome. The class trial has started
I've already
after all.
destroyed her once.
The victim this
It's
time
true.
is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Yeah, get him for you, Hiko.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor!
It would have been great if you were.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or...
Spinning time.
Torture rune, survival knife, duct tape, Monokuma plushie, Monokuma oil lighter, Monokuma's account.
Okay, we'll start with that. This is what we got.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up! I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito!
No, that's not true.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they
Duct
trying to
tape.
find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
No.
If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That
Yeah.
was Fuyuhiko!
Whoa.
I found it by coincidence.
Did you?
There's no way I'd torture someone.
Well, I mean, if anyone was going to.
Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? No. Were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The
Get him
killer
with the
didn't
old
take
duct tape.
Nagito's mouth to shut him. I'm telling you,
The reason Nagito's body was...
it's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's
that's
wrong.
wrong.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
You're starting off already?
I just realized it. It's a trap.
It's a trap!
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid?
Stupid. Alright.
Torture wound, bun, rope, survival knife, duct tape, spare gungnir, oil lighter.
It's gotta be the duct tape again. That's the only thing that makes sense out of all these.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right?
Oh, next.
But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down!
Advance!
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Right?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him,
Retreat. Okay.
Damn it!
He's overcome. He's gonna go back to the original topic.
What's the bullet then that he's using?
It says after they killed him.
After they killed him.
Maybe that's the thing we have to cut through, is that?
I mean, we have to use a bullet on one of his statements.
Yeah, I think duct tape on after they killed him?
like you said, if Nagito's mouth was, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down!
Try that again. Okay. Advance.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the. Then, after they killed him,
Allow me to cut through those words!
Let me cut through those words.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
Yeah, because there's no blood underneath.
what did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
Akane, please.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
There you go.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
That is beside the point.
Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's
so
mouth,
good.
right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
Under the duct tape.
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer? If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
Yep, you did hear that, Catherine.
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse. Yeah, and right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back. Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, The timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
The reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear that up first.
Okay.
The lighter, man. There's a lighter.
There was a lighter.
Gunbow. Oil lighter.
Or the panels. One or the other.
Yeah,
depending
but I
on-
triggered it, yeah.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found
Yeah,
at the
okay,
crime
so-
scene,
Yeah.
right?
We need to add that
The
with...
killer used some kind of setup.
That is true.
He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
No.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
No.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused
Yeah.
intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter.
Opening the door.
Yeah, opening the door.
Okay.
Some kind of setup was used to start that fire. So what could it be?
That was a long conversation.
The direct
man.
cause of the
It was.
fire. The oil lighter found
The killer used he lit the curtain on.
some kind of setup.
Did they use the oil?
They probably just based on the shape. It can stand up
If they tipped over, it could have ignited.
some way. Maybe they used
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound.
Or perhaps opening the door caused
I agree with that.
I agree with
with
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
just as I thought. It was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
Well,
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
what do you
The
think?
killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels.
I mean, they're the right color, too. For
So when we
dominoes.
opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second, and from there,
be very
they
lucky
fell like
with that.
dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
Yeah, well, luck.
Yeah, I know, right? You have to be very lucky to be able to do that with panels.
Luck.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's true, Game Dan. That would be funny.
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
Okay.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
The killer did one other thing to hide the domino effect.
Probably this?
The music.
I see!
Yeah. There we go.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right?
I was wondering how that was going to play into this.
Yeah.
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Gotcha.
The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume.
Hey, do you guys hear something?
Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap?
No, I'm not talking about the music. So she heard the dominoes falling over? Dang.
Oh, man.
And as if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, It was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's fine. I'll open it
There
slowly.
you go again.
I know.
No, that's not the problem.
Seriously, it'll be fine.
With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse.
Huh? It's not opening? Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it.
I knew it! It's a trap! Seriously, just stop it, okay?
Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force.
What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protests, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse, I see. So the problem Chiaki's talking about is the killer couldn't have left.
I see! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now,
Hey, Connie,
I believe
what the-
some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that.
I had to pick already? Dang, that was fast. Fastest trial ever?
This is my answer!
You're the only one!
What if it was Nagito?
What if?
What if?
I wonder how many minutes it's been into the trial. Like 10 minutes, and they're like, what if it was Nagito?
Yeah.
Which makes me think I'm wrong now.
Ah,
Why'd you bring him up?
like I
He's
said,
the victim, you know.
poison
Yeah.
trigger. Whoever's gonna get blamed is gonna be the one who threw a fire canister with poison.
I know, I'm like, oh no, is that what it's gonna be?
Yeah, there's like, how do you figure that out?
How do you figure that
How do you
out?
figure that out?
Based on after the fact, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
He wanted somebody to thing, and then they wouldn't be able to figure it out, and then they all die.
Yeah. Because, I mean, even he wouldn't know, right? I don't know.
You have to choose the one who actually threw the one with the poison.
How does Monokuma know? Which one? Can
Yeah.
you just vote for anybody and he'd be like, yeah?
He watches everything on the camera, right? So
I guess he would be able to see which one was the right one.
yeah, the one that was put in the case,
Yeah.
taken out and put back.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. And it's true, Game Den. They do love their locked room mysteries
He
here.
wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too.
Perp.
Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
Not really a suicide.
His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
Sacrifice.
We already established it wasn't torture.
Yeah.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
I mean, it's his personality.
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember?
Or was he?
Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
Yeah.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like he said, it seems impossible if you think about it. But I feel like I'm overlooking something.
Burned rope?
Probably burned rope.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Oh gosh.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
So which one is
If our assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct, Nagito should have tied himself up too. That's okay, right?
right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
So which one is it? Is it
Tying
first
just the
one,
legs is
or-
one thing, but
I think it's
tying
Sonia's-
both arms
no.
would be impossible.
It's something to do with Fuyuhiko.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
Because you have to contradict him.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
So you're supposed to disagree with
Or
somebody?
if you use your front
Yeah,
tail?
we're supposed to disagree with Fuyuhiko. It's either the
Dirty
first...
joke!
Yeah,
Is that a
it's the
dirty
first one or
joke?
the second statement.
I'm leaning towards the second statement. Alright, let's try the second
To actually
statement.
tie up your... That's obvious!
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
No,
Not that one. It's the first one.
Yeah, it's the first one.
I can explain
Is
it.
there a way to tie your arms and legs by yourself? If so, I'd like you to explain it to me. Try demonstrating it right now, you dumbass!
Wow, he got me.
Yeah.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
That's the first one. My gut was wrong.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
No, that's
It
wrong.
burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
His sleeve.
The proof that the burnt rope on Nagito's right arm is a trap. His right sleeve.
I see.
Ta-da!
Take a close look at his right sleeve.
Look at it.
Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
What is wrong with you?
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Sonia, what is wrong with you?
That's definitely wrong.
It should be free.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
What is Sonia the princess of? Did she become a princess because of getting paid for things?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito.
That's not what I meant.
I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know.
I hear that.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back. What the heck?
Did what? Wait, how do you get the money back if he hasn't paid you? What?
Hold on. There should be a way.
My brain.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
I want you to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand.
Trying to think, like, before we go further, how is it done? I mean, you'd have to have the knife propped up, right? In some fashion. How do you get a knife to stand up so that you can... right? Because the knife was
You
like...
have to, if it's standing up like this, then you just stab like that.
Yeah.
And then like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how
do you make it stand up?
Yeah, how do you make it where the handle's up and the knife is... The blade part is facing up?
Yeah.
It's okay. There's definitely an answer for this.
Is there? What's our options? No. I mean...
Blood on Goro. Blood on Goro?
No, because that's for the thing.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
With his right hand!
Threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall.
No.
Could he stab his hand that way?
No.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
That,
yes, that's it.
And slammed his right hand down on
Monokuma
it?
plushie.
Oh, that's why there's
Propped it
blood on
onto
it.
what?
From his
Yes.
hand.
If he just
That's
propped
what it
the knife,
is.
Monokuma plushie.
he could have used his bound left hand.
Yes.
If you're tied
That's
up,
what
your
it is.
arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right
Give me
hand.
back the Benjamin.
Yeah, I know, right?
If Nagito could only use his right hand to stab himself in the palm, then how did he do it?
Even if Nagito's right hand was, how could he stab his?
If he threw the knife and let the knife fall, could he
this.
stab his hand that way?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes,
You can
that's
see
it.
what we're
Throwing
doing.
knife expert?
I mean, you guys know what we're saying, right?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Oh no.
Oh, it's okay.
I agree with that.
I agree with it anyway. I don't need those 25 seconds. It's fine.
The life-sized Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
How ingenious.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's
For
stomach.
the knife to fit into, interesting. He
He
threw it
inserted
so
the
far
knife handle
away.
into that
I know.
hole to prop it up.
Yeah.
Then he slammed his hand onto it.
I guess he probably wanted it to burn up, right?
Yeah,
but
I guess.
But it didn't. The fire didn't get that far.
If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
Interesting. Okay. Well done.
I see.
I
So
see.
that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
Makes
He
sense.
probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
That would have been great if it did.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem.
Yeah.
The spear. Basically, you're saying
hand was
Nagito
holding.
committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If
Yeah.
that's true, how is that possible?
I'm just holding on to
He
it.
can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand. There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Phrasing. Soda.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like
Soda.
I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Phrasing.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
Why?
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in
Like
that
she
condition,
said.
it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monome sassing me!
He's like, oh!
Ah.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Among us.
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer. But suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Haha!
Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together.
And figure it out through friendship.
That's how. We made it this far up till now.
Everyone, working together.
She's right. We made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then, even now...
All right, let's do this.
It's the blood up on the top of the...
Yeah. Probably gonna be the blood
on left hand.
Yeah.
Because it was wiped off. Because he was holding something.
Yeah.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito,
Why did I say leave it to
his
Lord
right
Kazuichi's
hand was covered by the
soda?
knife, right?
Lord Kazuichi's
He was
soda.
only able to
Yeah,
move his
that's
left
at the
hand.
bottom.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail.
Stop!
I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
Stop!
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Oh man,
What
I
is
can't
wrong?
handle any of these
I know,
people.
I can't.
All
Why are we
three
with
of them,
these people?
Akane, Sonia, and Kazuichi.
I know.
Nagito committed suicide. And he must have used that spear to stab himself. Even if his arms and legs were tied up, there's no doubt he used some part of his body. The only thing he could have used is...
How did Nagito stab himself
Watch
with a
the bottom
spear?
one. We'll say Lord Kazuichi.
Let's work together and think this through.
Yeah, leave it to
When the
Lord
spear stabbed
Kazuichi's
Nagito,
soda.
his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. I know, Samantha. He is not alone.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
What was Nagito's left hand doing when the blood splattered? Gripping?
I see!
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail? Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
I can't with Akane anymore.
No.
I'm
Now that
done
you
with her.
mention it,
Yeah.
compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right. That's not the problem.
That is the problem.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Which section of the spear was he holding on to? The cord.
I see!
See.
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Like a hand.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
Yes, please.
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up, and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that... That's it. Could it be? The state of the spear, and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure out where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito.
Logic dive?
Logic dive.
Alright, what's the thing for this again? Hold on. Wait.
Wait.
Okay. Okay. Accelerate is control. I always forget the thing for this. Jump. Okay. Accelerate. Brake. Okay. Here we go again. Whoa!
Oh, dodge. Oh, it's popping up. Dodge.
Yeah.
Jump.
Question
slow
one.
down. Where was the spear just before it impaled Nagito?
Above.
Nagito.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
Oh boy, it's
Oh.
moving. Oh, it's moving. Oh, it's moving. Oh, it's moving. Oh, it's moving.
I don't like this.
Oh. Oh.
Ah. Yeah.
Yeah, it really stops you.
It really stops you.
Oh.
Question number 2.
Slow down. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito?
A ceiling girder.
Ceiling girder, yeah. Oh no. Oh, go back. Gotta go back. Gotta go. Oh!
Ow. I hate these things. They keep getting me. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just ran right into that one.
I thought it was gonna move more than it
Yeah.
did.
No, these ones don't seem to do that.
Okay.
Jump. Ah! Ah!
Thank you for the sound effect.
Jump.
Ah.
Question 3, slow down. Which item connects both the spear and the ceiling girder?
The spear's... The rope on Nagito's left hand?
No.
I think it's left hand.
No, it's wrong.
It's yellow. Okay. The spear's cord.
Yeah, spear's cord, yeah.
I thought that it had to be connected to both things.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably get a B for that one,
Yes.
but you know what? It's alright.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he
That'd
probably
be
used
awesome.
the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder.
Pink.
It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method,
How about it?
Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real?
For real.
He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
He looks so chill while he's doing
know.
it. Just like, doop, doop.
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
He's got the swirly eyes. He's okay.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
Yeah.
And that's why he stabbed himself
Obviously,
over
put
and
a
over
fail
again?
safe just in case.
Yeah.
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's
Biome
messed
is
up.
the reason.
That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
That's our Nagito.
Jeez. I was starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I had forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had
This
no
is how he-
qualms with
this is how he
killing
does it.
everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears
Yeah.
we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is? Or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
I don't like this.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
It's just going too quickly. And we haven't even discussed the poison yet.
Sorry, just a little more.
Sorry.
I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right?
Who
Even
killed
if we
Nagito?
identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
The voting time.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here, I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death. A piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with.
It'd have to be the file. Because that happens afterwards.
I see!
Yeah.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know, do you want to stop here?
Yeah, I
or-
think this would be a good place to stop at, right?
Yeah.
I think,
Because I'm not sure how much time we
yeah.
have.
Yeah, I think this trial is going to go on for a lot longer, of course. Probably another 2 hours.
Oh yeah, I just thought we might be close to like the halfway point, but...
Yeah, I don't know, really. It's
Yeah.
hard to say. I wouldn't know why it would stop halfway here.
Yeah, because I mean, it should be like, well, we established who it is, but now we have to establish, like, cause of death and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but do you want to stop there for today?
Yeah, I think this would be a good place to stop at. Yeah.
Alright. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to have to finish off this trial next week, because we got a hard stop today. But I hope you enjoyed what you saw so far.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger there.
Yes.
Because things were going a little too much my way. And I'm like, this is going too quickly. Something's gonna be thrown into stuff.
I mean, you're correct about all that stuff. I'm just like, it's about the poison.
It's about the poison, yeah, because we haven't even touched the poison yet.
We
So,
haven't even touched any of that.
yeah. So,
Everything else in the room has been pretty much covered.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, everything that was in the room has been covered by it being Nagito creating that scenario.
Yeah, like everything else now is like the poison and who the traitor is.
Yeah,
basically.
The traitor is, yeah. And I'm just like, what, is his luck going to work knowing who the traitor is, that they're going to be the one to choose the poison?
It could happen.
The poison fire grenade that's going to be the thing that actually kills him before the actual
Right?
stabbing him.
Because then they would be spared.
Yeah. So is that just his luck working at that moment?
Right.
Or he's like, my luck will work that the traitor who is Chiaki will grab the fire grenade that has the poison in it.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm wondering too.
Yeah, I think that might be what's happening.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll find out next week. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. It was great having you. Slight announcement. There won't be a Persona stream this Monday. I'm going on a drive with my hubby for an appointment, and I won't be back until very late. So we're moving the stream this week to Tuesday at 7 p.m. So if you guys are interested in joining us for Persona, it'll be Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. instead of Monday evening. Otherwise, everything else is the same on the channel. It's still going to be Taisho Alice that might be finishing early this coming week, and then we'll be moving on back to Psychedelica. And we will be back next Saturday for sure. There's gonna be some Persona E stuff rearranging I'm gonna have to do for the one after Tuesday as well, but I will keep you apprised of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we will announce it as we figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys, have a good rest of your day wherever you are.
Yeah, take care, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Have a good rest of the weekend, and we'll see you
on Tuesday.
Yeah, hopefully.
Tuesday.
Okay, take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Team Market blasting off again!
Ding! Bye-bye!
Bye!